Hey, Charles, do you have a minute?
Hey, Sophia, what's up?
I got a strange message on Facebook from your mother. She said you're depressed and you haven't been going to work, and it's all my fault.
Huh? What do you mean? I'm feeling good, and I've been going to work every day. What is she talking about?
I have no idea.
My mom doesn't even have Facebook. She can't even text.
I know. I ignored the messages. It just felt so strange. It's honestly creepy.
Right.
I'll keep an eye on things for a bit. Maybe someone is trying to prank me or something.
Even so, do you have any idea who did it?
No. But you seem healthy and been going to work. So I won't stress about the text messages then.
It's weird, right? It's strange to receive such a mysterious message from someone you don't know at all.
I know, right? It's weird.
Yeah. Well, let me know if you get another one.
Okay, thank you.
Hey, Sophia. What have you done? You've betrayed my dear son and pushed him to this. You cheating wife. It's because of you that my son ended his life. You better do the same for him. You will pay for this. Remember that.
Charles? I got another message.
Huh? The same person?
Yeah.
Are they pretending to be my mom again?
Yes.
What did they say?
About what?
What's wrong?
It's a little too much to say, so I'll just send you a screenshot. Please check it.
What the hell is this? This is horrifying. I'm very much alive and kicking.
Right. I got worried the moment I got the message.
I'm the same. But who would do this crazy thing?
I have no idea.
I asked my mom just to be sure, but she said it wasn't her. She said she doesn't even know how to text.
You know, I don't think it's her. The way the message is written, it just doesn't sound like her at all. I can tell it's not her.
I can tell it's not her style.
What do I do now? It's creeping me out.
I know. I'm starting to get worried, so let's think of a plan. Make sure to lock up tight until I get back. No matter who comes knocking, don't open the door, okay?
Okay.
Just pretend like nobody's home.
Okay.
Your husband just passed away. What is wrong with you? It's because of your affair that my son got sick and ended up like that. You must end your life too. I know you're reading these messages. Come home right now. How long do you plan to keep running away?
They're saying to come home. Of course, I didn't reply.
Hey, Sophia. I've been curious about that message ever since you sent it to me.
What about it?
I thought there might be some clues, so I checked out their profile pic. It's just a backyard shot, but it looked kind of familiar to me.
What? Where do you think it is?
The picture seemed pretty old. I had this feeling I'd seen it before, but couldn't quite place it. But just now, it hit me out of the blue.
Did you remember where it was?
Yeah.
Where is it?
It's the backyard of Johnson's old house.
Johnson's? You mean Mike's house?
Yeah. That house was already gone when you were married. And honestly, you hardly ever went to your parents' place, so you probably wouldn't have noticed.
What?
I was pretty close with Mike during middle school, right? So I used to visit his house all the time, so I'm sure it's his backyard.
You're right. We went to the same school, but you were close with Mike, and that's how I got introduced to you.
Yes. After we started dating, I didn't see much of him anymore, so I stopped going over to his place. But I still remember that backyard scenery.
After that, Mike got fed up with his mom's messy life and left. They didn't talk much, and we were pretty much estranged. So there was no contact with Mike's mom after we got married. Maybe she doesn't even know about Mike and me getting divorced. What do you think?
That's possible. I'll ask my friends about Mike. I want to know if he's okay.
Yeah, we all used to be friends. And even though he is my ex-husband, it's just too much for me to figure it out myself. Can you do it for me?
Of course. I'm not going to forgive you.
Seriously, what is wrong with you?
You finally decided to respond, huh? How can you keep ignoring your mother-in-law for days? Especially after your husband passed away. You're incredibly insensitive and rude.
I'm rude? Who the hell are you? My mother-in-law is right next to me.
Huh?
I've decided to stay over at my in-laws for a while. Just for some added security and peace of mind. You know, their place has this great security setup. And I figured it would be better than being alone or in some sketchy situation. You gave me the creeps. It's comforting to have my in-laws looking out for me. Oh yeah, my husband's here too, keeping me company.
What the hell are you talking about? Your husband is Mike, right? He passed away. And your in-laws live in an apartment. They don't own a house. Stop lying and trying to avoid responsibility. It's not going to work.
I think you're misunderstanding something here. I'm Mike's ex-wife.
Huh? What do you mean?
You're Mike's mother, right?
Yes. What kind of question is that?
I'm his ex-wife.
What? After pushing Mike to the limit, you turn around and marry another guy right after he passes away?
What are you even talking about? It's been 3 years since I married my current husband. I haven't been in touch with Mike for 3 years.
What? I don't get it.
Look, you're sending incredibly annoying messages to the wrong person. Please stop messaging me for good.
Wait. Cheating on Mike. I'll collect it on Mike's behalf.
I don't understand what you're saying. There's no reason for me to pay you compensation.
What are you saying? You're so shameless. You cheated, didn't you?
What? I'm no longer Mike's wife.
I know that, but the fact remains that you cheated while you were his wife.
I never cheated on him.
You're unbelievable. You said you were married, right? You were probably cheating even before divorcing Mike. That's why you got divorced, obviously.
For your information, I didn't start dating my current husband until 2 years after divorcing Mike.
Huh?
Well, actually, it's been 7 years since I divorced Mike.
What?
Mike and I got divorced because we found we had different values and lifestyles after living together. We talked about it a lot and agreed to separate. Neither of us cheated, so there was no compensation involved in the divorce.
What?
How long has it been since you talked to Mike? Well, given his attitude, it didn't seem like he'd reach out anyway.
What? But wasn't it your affair that caused Mike's mental illness and led to his passing?
He was alive and doing well.
Huh? Then why does he have a gun?
He was at the shooting range with his friends. And it seems that when he fired a gun, the recoil caused him to lose balance and fall down. He hit his head during the fall, so he got checked. But thankfully, there were no issues found.
What?
The one who cheated on your son isn't me. Mike remarried someone else after our divorce, and that person cheated on him. They've been divorced for 6 months now. You've got the wrong person.
No way. I can't believe it.
I knew you and Mike weren't on good terms back then. Heard you were living recklessly, partying with men and racking up debts.
That's none of your business.
Who on earth told you that Mike passed away?
I heard it through a friend. I thought he had passed away because I heard he had a serious head injury and lost consciousness.
How could you just assume your son's dead without checking the facts first? What kind of mother does that?
Well, it's because there was no way to get in touch with him.
Well, it's none of my business. But I found out some things about Mike. There's absolutely no reason for me to pay any compensation. You're welcome to ask him directly. By the way, when was Mike's funeral held?
I'm not really sure. I thought maybe I wasn't told because Mike didn't like me and we were estranged.
Right? Well, because he's living just fine, you know.
Wait a minute. Does that mean I'm not getting my money?
Damn right. I don't even know what the compensation is for. Everything you're saying just doesn't make sense.
No way.
Anyway, I'm living happily with my husband and mother-in-law. So please don't bother me anymore. I have nothing to do with Mike anymore. We have no connection whatsoever. It's just annoying to keep receiving messages from you. What do you want? I told you not to contact me anymore. Please leave me alone.
Wait a minute. Can you do me a favor?
What? You're a stranger to me.
You don't have to be so cold. I'm your ex-mother-in-law.
What's your point?
To be honest, I'm in debt.
I heard about that. Mike really resented you for it.
I feel bad about it.
How much do you owe?
Around $80,000.
What? What did you spend all that money on? It's not something you can just spend without thinking, right?
I'm estranged from my son, right? So, to distract myself from the loneliness, I met someone while I was out partying.
What?
He's younger than me. He was always there, comforting me when I needed it. I spoiled him because he made me feel better about myself.
Are you serious? What are you thinking? He's probably playing you.
No, that's absolutely not true. I haven't lived my life aimlessly until now.
What?
I can tell he's into me. He wants me.
You're oddly calm considering you're $80,000 in debt. If that man really cared about you, he wouldn't have let you get into so much debt.
I want to be there for him. If he desires me, I'm ready to do anything for him. So I'd appreciate it if you could lend me around $150,000.
Huh? I thought you owe $80,000.
Yeah.
Then why ask for $150,000?
I just told you. I want to be there for him. I want to use the rest of the money for him.
What the hell? You're unbelievable. No wonder your son doesn't want to do anything with you.
Mike won't understand me because he's a guy.
But you're not, so
I know you'll understand how I feel.
So lend me the money. That's enough. You're my ex-husband's mother. We're not even family anymore. Why would I loan you money? And honestly, I doubt I'd ever see it again if I did lend you any.
That's not true. I plan to work hard and pay it back.
Even if you did work hard, I know you're going to spend it on your little boyfriend. You are out of your mind.
Sophia, please.
It's not just my money. It's also for my family, so I can't spend it freely. Besides, I don't have that amount of money to spare.
Well, why don't you take out the loan in your name?
Huh? You are something else. Why should I, who has nothing to do with you, have to borrow money for your sake? If you keep sending these weird messages, I'll consider it stalking and report it to the police, all right?
Why are you being like that? Even if I'm your ex-mother-in-law, I'm still in need. Isn't it just common decency to help someone in need?
You've got to be kidding me. Did you leave your son high and dry for years? You couldn't even help your own son. Yet you have the nerve to say that to me? Seriously, cut it out.
Please, don't report me. I'm in a bind and you're my last hope. Could you please lend me some money?
I promise to pay it back. This conversation isn't going anywhere, so I'll end it here.
No. Won't you help me? Are you really that heartless?
I'll block this account. If you keep contacting me, I'll file a report. Goodbye.
Sophia, how about me? I was supposed to have my happy ending.
Treated her like shit and decided to leave her. Well, that's to be expected, isn't it? It seems like she begged for him not to leave her. Left with nothing but the debt, she found herself forced into working day and night to repay it. It's a lot for her age, but it's her fault. I have no further details as she's no longer my concern. It was unexpected to receive a call from Mike, apologizing for his mother's behavior. Never thought I'd have such a conversation with my husband over something like this. Thankfully, things have settled down now, and I'm relieved. Living peacefully with Charles and his mother feels good. Hi, Maya. We're finally able to have children.
You got pregnant? So what?
Aren't you happy for us?
Isn't it natural since you got married?
Well, anyway, I'm sorry to tell you this, but the doctor told me to rest. He says there's a risk of premature delivery.
So what?
Huh?
Pregnancy isn't a disease, so you should be able to do anything.
But...
Why are you being so spoiled? Grow up. You better be aware of your duty as a wife, you know?
I'm aware, but I can't force myself.
Still, you can't just slack at your housework. Being pregnant is not an excuse. Lucy, what are you doing every day? When are you going to come to my house? You are always so dull. Can't you act more quickly? You should understand more about your duty as a wife.
What are you talking about?
What am I talking about? I'm saying, come to my house right now and do the housework.
Do the housework.
You haven't done anything I asked you to do.
I really don't understand what you're talking about.
You haven't cleaned the windows, mown the lawn, washed the car. You haven't done anything I asked for.
Cleaning windows, mowing the lawn, and washing your car?
That's right. You've neglected everything.
I can't do that right now.
Stop being lazy. If you're my daughter-in-law, you should at least come and cook for me.
Well, that's...
I can't take it anymore. That's enough. Get over here right now.
I can't. Patrick, I'd like to ask you something.
Hey, Lucy, what is it?
I got a bunch of messages from your mother, and it's a little weird.
What's going on? Are you okay?
I don't know how to respond.
What do you mean?
You told her that I'm 4 months pregnant and that I've been back to my parents' house to have babies, right?
Yes, I did. I told her around the time you arrived at your parents' house. My mom would definitely be against you having a baby there instead of here. I told her I'll be away for 6 months on a business trip to Australia, and considering you're pregnant with twins, it's better for you to have babies there where your parents are. I told her just as we planned together.
Well, it looks like she's pretending it didn't happen.
What? What are you talking about?
I'll send you a screenshot of the text your mother sent me today, so you can read it.
Okay. What's this? She's telling you to come over to her house to do tons of chores, knowing that you're 4 months pregnant.
She's been pushing me to do it from time to time since we got married. But now that I'm pregnant, I went back to my parents' home to avoid her, you know. But it doesn't seem to matter to her.
She said she understood what I told her. I'll explain to her all over again later.
Yeah, please.
Oh, and if she says anything after this, you don't have to respond at all. You can block her if you want.
No, I don't want to block her.
You're okay with that?
My mom told me. She said that in a case like this, it's better to keep the communication open so that it's easier to know what she's doing.
I see. So we shouldn't just shut her out.
That's right.
Well, my mom doesn't know exactly where your parents live, so I don't think you have to worry about her coming there.
But I should be prepared just in case, right?
Right. But really, I'm sorry about everything. I have never thought that she'd turn into a wife-bullying mother-in-law as soon as I went abroad on a business trip.
Patrick.
But I remember something. I have a brother 3 years older than me. Remember? I told you that?
Oh yeah, I remember. While you were living in a dormitory in high school, your brother got married. He rented an apartment near your parents' house and went on his honeymoon. And then, 6 months or so later, he moved out without telling anyone. And your parents lost touch with him. Is that about right?
Yeah. But he occasionally texts me to catch up, but he won't tell me where he lives. We just communicate on WhatsApp when necessary. But even that kind of thing, he tells me never to tell my mom or give her any contact information.
Hey, is that...
Yeah, that's right. Now that I think about it, Mom's wife bullying might have gone to his wife.
Why don't you ask your brother about it? He might be able to help us if you tell him about our current situation.
Yeah, I'll try that. I should be able to go back to the US around the time you're in your last month of pregnancy. But if you need anything before then, don't hesitate to call me.
Thank you.
Lucy, you really are a useless wife. There is no way you would ask Patrick for help behind my back. What in the world did you say to him that made him so angry? He told me not to let you do my chores, that I should have done them myself in the first place. And all because you used your pregnancy as an excuse not to come over to my house to do my chores. You can go ahead and have the babies back home with your parents, but I won't allow you to skip out on the housework. If you understand, you are going to do the housework tomorrow from morning to night. I'll make you do all the chores this time, even the ones you've skipped. Tomorrow, you must be here by 6 a.m.
Patrick, your mother is still the same. I'm in trouble.
Huh?
Can I send you another screenshot? I think you'll understand the situation better if you see it yourself.
Okay, go ahead. It seems like she's getting worse and worse after I talk to her. I can't believe this is happening.
I thought the same thing.
I asked my brother about the truth behind his disappearance, and he said it was because she was a wife-beater. 6 months after that, my dad divorced her, and he said that the wife bullying must have had some influence on that. The reason my brother didn't tell me the details is because he was hoping she would get better. He said he was just trying to see how things would go.
I see.
And now she's doing it all over again. And I can't even talk her out of it. Anyway, I can't allow her to do this to you until the babies are born. No sign of her finding out where you live, right?
Maybe not.
But there's no guarantee that she won't.
I'm sorry for troubling you.
No, it's my mother's fault for doing horrible things to you.
My parents are going to try to talk to her to leave me alone, at least until I have the babies. Can you think about what to do after that?
Of course I will.
And of course, I'll think about it too. We can discuss it together.
Okay. You know, she might try to text you again without even considering your pregnancy. So there's only one thing to do. I'll probably ask for help from you and your parents. Would that be okay?
Of course. Let me know anytime.
I'm just reporting this to you. Late last night, Lucy finished giving birth. It was hard on her because of the premature birth, but she gave birth to healthy boys. At least Lucy is healthy and all. I'm so glad. Oh my gosh, congratulations! You know what? Please don't even think about asking her to do some chores for you, okay? Okay. I guess it's time for me to go. I heard you gave birth, but it was yesterday. So what's the big deal? You've already given birth, so you should be able to do all the housework. Don't think about slacking off all the time. Come home as quick as possible.
You've given birth before too, right?
Huh? You finally replied, but what's with that rude question?
Because it sounds like you don't know that right after the baby's born, you still need to rest, or that you have to spend all day raising a baby. Have you forgotten about that?
I don't need you to tell me that. Just get here right now.
Okay, I understand.
All right, I'll be waiting.
Patrick, I got a text from Maya again.
How did it go? Are you okay?
To be honest, I'm sorry, but no. She knows I just had twin babies last night.
Yeah, so?
And yet she told me not to skip any chores and come home as quick as possible.
That's terrible.
And she seems pretty upset. She's been texting me a lot, and her messages don't make any sense.
What kind of things is she saying?
She says the housework is piling up, that she hasn't made any progress on the cleaning. I think she's in panic. That's not all. It's like she's trying to force me to do everything she can do herself. And she knows I just gave birth to twins, but she doesn't seem like she even cares about it.
I'm so sorry. I'll take care of the rest.
Thank you, Patrick. But what's going to happen now?
Don't worry about it. You just rest your body and concentrate on taking care of the twins.
Yeah, thanks. I'm counting on you.
Hey, Lucy. The doorbell rang, so I thought you came home. But what in the world is this?
Your son came to your home, didn't he? With his own relatives and my relatives. A total of 20 people in all.
I told you to come back and not Patrick. And besides, I can't let 20 people start doing the house chores. That's just too many.
You've been leaving things undone for a long time. I'm sure it's several times more efficient than just me doing it.
That might be true, but this is crazy.
I'm sorry. I haven't fully recovered yet, so I should rest now.
Hey, wait a minute. You better do something about it. At least let your relatives go home. I tried to tell Patrick, but he just kept smiling and didn't do anything. Patrick, what the hell are you doing? I thought the 20 people had come over to do housework, but I can't believe they were actually making me move. Is it about time you've already gotten off the plane and arrived at the new place by now, right? Even if it's close to my relative's house, it's still so far away in the countryside, deep in the mountains. With so few people there, it might be difficult to make friends. What in the world is going on here? Mom, do you still don't understand why you are in this situation? What did I do? I think you know what you did. Bullying my wife? Huh? You did it once to my brother's wife. He found out that you were bullying his wife and he broke off the relationship with you, right? You should have been sorry for that. And now you're doing it to Lucy. Excuse me? What are you saying? It's only natural for a wife to obey her husband's mother, right? I was just trying to educate her, to get her to do my chores. This is in no way wife bullying. I see. If you're still like that, I'll have to go the same way as my brother. What? I've decided to move out and apply for a transfer as soon as I get back home. Oh, you moved out too? Yes, I did. And I'll be taking Lucy's last name in the near future. So I'm breaking off the relationship with you too. Patrick, wait a minute. Lucy, I'm really sorry.
What's wrong, Maya?
I'm so sorry I said those terrible things to you.
I see.
I apologize for everything I've done. Please forgive me.
After all this, no matter what you say, it won't change my mind anymore.
But please, I need you to do something. I can't live like this.
It's no longer my problem, so please take care of yourself.
Please, you have to help me.
I have my hands full raising twins right now. I don't have time to worry about you.
Don't be so cold, please.
I have nothing more to say to you, so please excuse me.
Lucy, wait a minute.
After that, Maya had to live in the countryside. She has never been able to get along with the people around her and has been living in isolation. She always looked down on others and had an arrogant attitude. She has never been able to fit in with a warm community in the countryside. As a result, she spends her days alone and lonely. As for our family, we are living a peaceful life with Patrick and our twin sons. He has settled into his new job and is doing a great job of balancing work and family life. The twins are growing up fast, and every day is full of surprises and joy. In addition, Patrick and his brother are meeting sometimes, and our family bond is growing stronger. We see him and his wife from time to time, and they have welcomed us warmly. It is truly a blessing to see each other's children playing together,